So, in this video, we're going to talk about something I never covered on YouTube before, only on social media vaguely, and that is sex. So, parents, if you're watching this and you don't want your child to see this, viewer discretion right now, although I would highly advise that when the time comes, one, don't be Texas and teach them abstinence only, because that doesn't work if you know their statistics. And they gotta know about it sometime, and they gotta be safe about it. But this video about sex is going to be a very specific kind of thing, and that is the deaf sex and communication. That sounds so strange, but Hannah Wynn and I were actually going to do a collab at VidCon. That didn't work out due to our schedules, but we were going to do something along the lines of being in like a deaf-hearing relationship and then figuring out communication when you're doing the do, because that's something that's very important. As you know, and if you don't know, you really should know, because this is very important, but you should always have consent before you do any sort of sexual activity ever, okay? If you don't have consent, don't do it, that's right, okay? Just know that right now. So when you're in a deaf and hearing relationship, there's all kinds of communication barriers, sometimes just depending on what one's personal communication way is when they're deaf, like say somebody who is mainstream and just talks and doesn't sign at all, or if the deaf person in the relationship signs only, and then like the hearing person isn't exactly fluent and is just learning. So sometimes it can be a little bit of a disconnect somewhere in a regular communication and something as extreme as this, because this is something very important, obviously. And sometimes I wonder, should this be a common sense kind of question, but whatever, somebody asked and I'm filming today, so let's just cover it. So, if your partner is deaf and you want to find out if doing this is okay at this particular time, because just so you know, people can stop whenever they want. If they say no in the middle of it, they can say no, okay? But here's the thing, and I understand this because I would feel the same personally. If it's dark and you can't see anything, that's when communication is going to be a little weird. But you don't want to constantly get in and out of bed and turn the light on every couple of minutes, because that can bring the mood down. Same for if you want to be like, hold on, we gotta stop right now. Okay, I gotta go pull out the iPad and write this down, or type this down, or get a piece of paper. So, as someone who has had sex for the past year or so in a relationship, I'm gonna tell you how it works. First of all, learn some basic signs, you know? This is yes, this is no. I want this, I don't want this. Stop it. That's pretty much what you need to know, and then you would be pretty okay. Look for your nods and your shakes when it comes to the head, and I don't mean down there, I mean up here. Your noggin, right here. Gosh, this video is so weird to do. You can tell in a person's eyes, you can tell when you look at a person's face. If they're shaking their head, they don't want it. If they're nodding their head, yes. But of course, definitely make sure, double check, because there's always a chance that something could go wrong, and nobody likes when things go wrong, because that's going to be very traumatizing for both parties. It's very important that you double check, triple check, quadruple check with your partner whether this person identifies as a man, a woman, non-binary, whatever. You need to double check. And this goes for everyone, hearing or not. Let's be real here, okay? We know this by now. You should know this by now. And if you are having sex, always be safe, okay? Condoms, birth control, they're great, they're beautiful inventions. Use them. If you're not trying to conceive, use them, okay? Trust me, it's much cheaper than going through an abortion or having a baby, okay? Just keep that in mind before you do anything. And always communicate before you do anything. You don't need to plan it out and have a play-by-play, but understand your boundaries, understand signals like, yes, I would be okay with this, or this is how I would act in the middle of this if I don't want to do this. Like, talk it out. Be safe and talk it out. Okay? So yeah, if you want to follow me on my social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, links to that will be down below. If you want to support my YouTube channel monthly on Patreon, you can be a patron. The link will be down below as well. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday unless something happens, and I will see you later. Bye.